I want to encourage all Nigerians to buy only made in Nigeria. When you buy anything made in Nigeria, you are helping to create jobs. And the only way for us to be a stronger nation is to patronize ourselves and be buying made in Nigeria only, so that we can encourage, create jobs and prosperity. Thank you.
I mean, I hear what he's saying, right? I do hear what he's saying, but first of all, when I saw this video, when it popped out on my feed, I thought it was AI. However, I don't think it's AI. I think I don't know who he's standing by, but that's Aliko Dangote, one of the richest guys in Africa, and top 10 in the world, I think, within the black population. My question with this thing is that I always bring this back to, it's not about the Nigerian population or the citizenry buying Nigeria. It's the top level, because everything starts from top to bottom. And I like to use innocent motors as one of the things. One of the things that I don't like seeing, like, let's compare it to the US, for example. The US uses American, like the US officials, government cars, police, they use American-made vehicles for whatever they're doing, right? And that helps to bolster the want or the strength of those locally made vehicles. Now, I understand that, yes, Innocent Motors, of course, Innocent Motors is it's a vehicle manufactured within Nigeria, especially they're manufactured within the East. If you don't know this, and they've been doing good so far. It's 70% of their stuff is produced locally, and the rest of them is kind of imported from Japan, China, Germany. It's not 100%, but it's something to start with. Now, why am I bringing Innocent Motors into this? It's because I'm curious to know what kind of vehicle Dangote drives. And now, I'm not saying that he should not drive luxury vehicles. Of course he should. But does he have Nigerian-made products within his fleet? I don't know. If he's preaching this, he should have the same. But my main concern is within the Nigerian government, right? So when I was young, Nigerian used French cars, which is Peugeot, 404, all the Peugeots were one of the cars Nigerians used for official vehicles. My uncle had it. He was a government worker. He had a Peugeot 504, which was his official for the Nigerian government. Now, Innocent has come into play. My thing is that why hasn't Nigeria 100% gone to Innocent for all the official cars? Now, one might say, well, Innocent Motors might have defects. It might have problems. It might have, it's not stable. Is this? There's going to be a lot of excuses as to why. No, duh, of course, it's a new manufacturing company. They're going to have problems. They're going to have defects. They're going to have mechanical, technical problems. But it's left for the country to help, to give incentives, to make sure every other country in the world did this. Nothing started. GM, Ford, Cadillac, General Motors, they didn't just start and they were 100% great. And that is the problem with Africa. Africa thinks that they can start something, or the population in Africa, they want microwave. Oh, it's great immediately. That's not possible. You have to give these things time. There's going to be resets. There's going to be various kind of, difficulties until it stabilizes. And who is going to help that? The government. Now, let's look at this, for example. What kind of cars does the president of Nigeria drive, for example, right? I don't think within his fleet he has any Nigerian-made vehicles. He doesn't have any Innocent Motor. His primary vehicles are Escalade, American-made cars. In his presidential fleet, you have Mercedes-Benz, you have BMWs, you have Toyota, you have Lexus. The only thing I normally see all Nigerian government officials drive are Lexus, Toyota, all non-Nigerian-made vehicles. Why? That's where Dangote should focus on. He should be focusing on why the country itself does not promote what is made locally. Why? Like I said, the reasons people are going to give is that, there's manufacturing defects. There are problems. Of course, there are going to be problems. Innocent Motors just started. It's not like it's not been in business since the 1940s, like most of these other vehicles. It is left for the country to put its back behind and push it and help it, give it incentives, give it various things. And what is that? Dangote talks about employment. Well, if Innocent is doing well, employment is going to happen. From manufacturing, from parts to paint to designs, things are going to happen. There's various Nigerians that work for Ford Motors that design various cars for American companies. Why not invite them over there by giving incentives that say, hey, come down to Innocent. The government is going to sponsor you. Draw some things for presidential cars. How can we manufacture it? We're going to put money behind it and let's see how it's going to work. Why don't they do that? They won't do that because what? The psyche of the people is that mentality of, oh, whatever is coming from the West is better than what we have. That's the problem. So it's not about talking Nigerians, oh, support. No, it has to start from the top. By the time Nigerians see the president pull up on a nice, Innocent Motors, somebody's going to see it and say, oh, snap. If the president is driving it, if I can afford it, I'm going to drive it too. That's where it starts. So it's not about, yes, we can preach all these things about buy locally, this is, if it's not being done from the top, if the government is not behind it, it's never going to be sustainable. And I don't want to hear anybody talking about the fact that Innocent Motors, their cars might not be reliable, or if the government puts all the money it uses to import Cadillacs, clears it and all that stuff, and I'm sure there are a lot of designs and customization that is done. If they put all that resources into Innocent Motors, I bet you Innocent can produce a way better car for the presidential fleet, for the Nigerian police, for the army, and for various other official vehicles in Nigeria. So let's not bring, oh, Nigerians should buy, the government should start it first. Let's see Innocent or every other Nigerian manufacturer of things that the government or federal officials can use. Let's see the government come behind that. Then we can talk about the fact, or the rich can come and say, oh, support what's made in Nigeria. Does Dangote drive Innocent? Does he drive anything made in Nigeria? And I'm not like, yo, the guy can drive what he wants. But my thing is that people should not be saying this if it's not going to be practical. Because there is a car manufacturing plant in the eastern part of Nigeria that I don't think gets the support that is needed. And I'm not a spokesperson for Innocent Motors. I'm just saying, I don't see it. Because the first people that are meant to support that car company is the government. All Nigerian official vehicles should be from Innocent Motors. That's how it starts. Let me know what you guys think. By the way, please subscribe to the channel, guys.